नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मतमसा कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत् साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भो निधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः।
तथापि
अन्योन्यस्मिन् अन्योन्यात्मकताम् अन्योन्यधर्मांश्च अध्यस्य इतरेतरा विवेकेन अत्यंत विविक्तयोः धर्मधर्मिणोः विद्याज्ञान निमित्तः सत्यानृते मिथुनीकृत्य अहमिदं ममेदम् इति नैसर्गिकः अयं लोकव्यवहारः।
though adhyasa is improper, it is verily seen in the world, experienced in the world. Ayam loka vyavaharaha. So this ayam points out the experience, universal experience. Loka vyavaharaha. Loka means that perception, that experience, that I am a man, etc. Vyavahara is that misconception, such belief that I am a man, etc. To corroborate this, ayam loka vyavahara, he further demonstrate ahamidam mamedam iti. So I am this body, means I am man, etc. This is mine. So it is being corroborated, or to make the adhyasa very firm or more clear or more certain. Ahamidam mamedam iti bhasha, that means demonstrates or corroborates the ayam loka vyavaharaha. So Tika, page 11, line 2. First line it is samprati. Samprati means now. Adhyasam gadayitum abhidapati states ahamidam mamedam. Continuing. Adhyatmika karyadhyaseshu aham iti prathamaha adhyasaha. In the karya adhyasa, karya means what? Effects. Effects in terms of body, mind, pranas, indriyas, ahankara, all these things. So adhyatmika here means sharira sambandhi. Adhyatmika means related to the body, sharira sambandhi. So adhyatmika karyanam adhyaseshu. In the adhyasas of different effects related to the body or different constituents of the body, aham iti pratamaha adhyasa. The first adhyasa is aham, I, with respect to body. I means this with respect to body. Pratamaha adhyasa. Now he says, see, how can you say that? Look, for any adhyasa, what is there required? A basis adhisthana is required. Then aropyansha, something that is superimposed. Shell is mistaken for silver. Shell is the adhisthana, the basis. Silver is aropya, something that is superimposed. Then when you say I, at least these two aspects must be there or not. So that I say, don't say these two aspects, basis, adhisthana, and the something that is superimposed, these are not available in the case of I, don't say that. See, what I have told now is in the first sentence. So therefore, those who are not much conversant with Sanskrit are not losing anything. I am just corroborating whatever that is taught by the Tika. Oh, Swami is taking so much of Tika, we don't matter, nothing of that sort. It becomes a further and further clarification. It's a repetition only as such. But when you see the Tika, if you got, even if you know little Sanskrit, you have got something concrete if you underline that. Once upon a time, if you feel to revise, then you can read that, something will click in the mind. So therefore, now say that continuing. Nacha adhisthanaropyausha dvayanupalambha. Dvayasya anupalambha. Because of non-availability of these two. What are those? Adhisthana aropyausha. Adhisthana ansha, the basis aspect, and the aropyausha, the something that needs to be, that is being superimposed. This, see, I have already told you, where na etc. comes at the beginning of the sentence, keep it aside safe for some time. And when the verb comes, bring that na to the verb. If you forget that na, then you will get the right opposite meaning of what the sentence tells. So there is it. Adhisthana aropyausha dvayanupalambha, because of non-availability of the adhisthana and aropya. Na ayam adhyasaha iti, bring that na vacham. This is not adhyasa. What is not adhyasa? I, me. This is not adhyasa because these two aspects are not available. Iti ayam adhyasaha na iti. This is not adhyasa. What is not adhyasa? Aham, I. So iti navacham, don't say so. Why? He says, he gives illustration. Ayaha dahati iti vad aham upalabhe. Iti drishyamshayoho upalambha. Say this is available. What is available? Ayaha dahati. You know what is ayaha? Iron. Iron burns. Ayaha dahati. Iron burns. Now can the iron burn? No. What burns? Fire burns. Now the iron in association with the fire has become so red hot, it appears as though burning. Adhyasa is there or not? But you say what? Iron burns. There are two aspects, fire and the iron. Iron cannot burn and yet it appears to be burning, means because of the fire. So therefore, ayaha dahati iti what? See the yes. Dahati iti vad aham upalabhe, put in inverted comma. Earlier also that aham you put in inverted comma. Aham upalabhe, this means what? I experience. I experience. Upalabhe means experience. Iti, see, I experience. How many aspects are there? Drik and drishya. So that is I, the one, the experiencer, and experience means something that is experienced. Even otherwise, I experience is antakarana vritti. When it is antakarana vritti, so what happens? There is the Chaitanya aspect is there, and also Jada aspect is there. So therefore it says Drishyamshayoho upalamba. There being availability of Drik Amsha, Chaitanya Amsha, Chidansha, and Adrishyamsha, Jada Amsha is available. Same thing, Nyaya Nirnaya explains in earlier page, page 10, last bottom line, the second half. Tatra ahamiti karyadhyaseshu adhyaha adhyasaha. That means, that is what is that ahamiti karyadhyaseshu means. In the Sharira Sambandhyadhyaseshu, ahamiti, this is the first adhyasa. Tasya adhya, how do you say it is adhyasa? Tasya means ahamasya, of aham. Adhyasatvam, the status of being adhyasa, how do you say so? Because chit, achit, atmatva. Chit, achit, atmatva. It is of the nature of Chaitanya and also Jada. So both vritti, Jada, Chaitanya also is there. So therefore, adhisthana, aropya anshas are there. So therefore say, now coming to Ratna Prabha, third line, last phrase, sentence. Idam padena bhogyaha sangataha uchyate. Aham idam, me is this. By that, what is told? Idam padena bhogyaha sangataha. Bhogya means sharira and indriya samuha. This sangata assembly is said. That is what is stated. So therefore you say, now here aham idam means manushyaha aham. Here two types of adhyasas are there. Now varieties of adhyasa are coming on. Already we have seen arthadhyasa and jnanadhyasa. Now you are coming tadatmyadhyasa and samsargadhyasa. Samsargadhyasa also we had seen earlier. Atra means in this aham, this wherein adhyasa is there. Aham idam, put in inverted comma. Aham idam iti anena manushyaha aham iti tadatmyadhyasaha darshitaha. Okay. Aham idam, I am this. This refers to what? Body. In terms of the features of the body, man. So therefore, aham idam meaning is manushyaha aham. I am a man iti. By this, what is pointed out? Tadatmyadhyasaha. That means adhyasa of tadatmya, identity. Identity of what? I and this. Tadatmya is identity. Identity of what? I and this. So therefore, that is darshitaha. That is what is pointed out. And mama idam, aham idam means I am man, aham manushyaha. Mama idam, this is mine, this body is mine. Mama, anything is something is mine. Mama idam shariram, put in inverted comma. Mama idam shariram. So by this phrase, iti samsargadhyasaha. What is said is samsargadhyasa means adhyasa of relation of this and mine. Two things are associated. This and mineness also belonging to me also is superimposed on Atma. Samsar, that is called samsargadhyasa. To draw a distinction between tadatmyadhyasa and samsargadhyasa, the Tikakara raises a doubt. So what is the doubt? Nanu dehatmanoho tadatmyam eva samsargaha. See, look, sir, you are talking of two things. What are those? Tadatmya and also samsarga. But identity between Deha and Atma itself is samsarga. It is sambandha. That sambandha, relation, is in terms of what? Identity between Atma and Deha. Then this is the case. Why are you separately mentioning Tadatmya separate and samsarga separate? You say that dehatmanoho tadatmyam eva samsargaha iti. This being so, tayoho, of those two. What are those? Tadatmya samsargayoho, of tadatmya and samsarga. Say, kaha bhedaha iti che. What is the bheda? What is the distinction between these two? If that is your question, he says, answer first accept there is some truth. But still some distinction is there. This is what is called as ardhangikara nyaya. Half you accept and half you reject. Say yes. Between identification and relation, what is that? Identification of tadatmya, deha and atma, see, and the samsarga, that itself is samsarga, accepted, and yet there is some distinction. Let's say satyam. Satyam is true. Sir, what you have said is true. Yet there is some distinction. What is that? Sattaike, sattayaha aike, sati. When aikya, identity of satta, means when existence of both are one. When there is identity between the existence of deha and atma are one, that is what is called as, it is aike sati mithaha bhedaha tadatmyam. There is identity in terms of existence, yet there is a mutual distinction. Mithaha bhedaha. Mitha means this is not mithya. Mithaha means mutual. Mutual. This bhedaha, distinction, that is what is tadatmya. Means in tadatmya, in identity, there is the oneness in terms of existence of two. At the same time, there is some distinction, some bheda, then it is called tadatmya. So what about samsarga? You say, tatra, in that tadatmya adhyasa, manushyaha aham iti aikyāvashabhanam. I am man. See, look here. I and man are aikya. Aikya means identity is there. That is tadansha. Aikyāvasha bhanam means tadatmyasya anshasya bhanam. It is the experience or cognition of identity between I and this manushya. So therefore, this is I am a man. That is tadatmyasya. Whereas mama idam iti, when you say it is mine, bhedansha rupa samsarga bhanam. It is the cognition of relation in terms of bheda. Means in tadatmya itself, aikyāvasha is there and bhedansha is there. Aikyāvasha is tadatmya adhyasa, bhedansha cognition is samsarga adhyasa, that's all. So iti, so therefore iti bhedaha. So this being the case, now tell me, adhyasa is possible or not?
Yes.
It is, though improper, it is possible. So when you have proved adhyasa is possible, the corollary is what? Bondage is mithya. Jiva Brahma Aikya Jnana destroys the bondage. Therefore, Brahma Mimamsa Shastra has got prayojana and vishaya. Therefore, stay order dismissed. stay order dismissed. What is the stay order? Brahma Mimamsa should not be started. Why not started? Because there is no prayojana, there is no vishaya. So that by adhyasa proves now adhyasa is possible, is proved. Of course, adhyasa is going to be yet defined, etc. It is going to come, but that objection is removed. It was called as what? Akshepa bhashya. Akshepa, objection for what? Adhyasa. So that is being now removed. Evam samagri sattva. In this manner, there being samagri. Samagri for what? Essentials for adhyasa, samskara, etc. Samskara called samagri sattva. Anubhava sattva. Adhyasa is being universally experiences the anubhava sattva. Adhyasaha asti. What is that? Adhyasa is there. Iti ataha. This being so, ataha means because adhyasa is there. Brahmatmaike virodha bhavena. Brahma and Atma, between these two, there being no virodha. Earlier, what was the virodha? Jiva is really samsari, Brahma is asamsari, both cannot be one and the same. So therefore, Brahmatmaike virodha bhavena Vishaya prayojanayoho sattva. There being the Vishaya. What is Vishaya? Brahmatmaikya. Prayojana. That is, that moksha is possible by jnana, because it removes the adhyasa, the error it removes. Sattva, because of present. Shastram arambhaniyam iti siddhanta bhashya tatparyam. Shastra, which Shastra? Brahma Mimamsa should be begun. This is the tatparya of what? Siddhanta Bhashya. What is Siddhanta Bhashya? We call it as Parihara Bhashya. Parihara Bhashya. Evam cha, in this manner, Sutrena Arthat Suchite Vishaya Prayojane Pratipadya. Pratipadya, having established, or having pointed out, the Vishaya and Prayojana, Suchita, suggested by what? Sutrena. But how Suchita? Arthat. Arthat means in the implied sense, directly in the sutra, Vishaya and Prayojana are not told, and from that standpoint, say, which is hinted there, implied there, so that Pratipadya, Vishaya and Pratipadya, having proved, established, Tadhetum Adhyasam. Vishaya and Prayojana possible because of what? Atma Anatma Adhyasa. So now this Adhyasa is not totally described so far. Only it is proved that it is possible. You are improper. Yes, it is improper, and yet it is possible. Why? It is experience. It is experience. Samskaras, etc. The materials are available for Adhyasa. So there we say that being the case. Now, Tadhetum Adhyasam. That is the Vishaya, the reason why Vishaya Prayojana are available is Adhyasa. That Adhyasam Lakshana Sambhavana Pramanaihi Sadhaitum Lakshanam Prichati. Now this Adhyasa is going to be thoroughly established, for which three things are going to be taken into account. What are those first? Lakshana, the characteristic feature of Adhyasa. What is it? How can you define Adhyasa? So you are talking of Adhyasa so much, but sir, can you define that? Yes. Definition of, a definite definition of Adhyasa can be given. Lakshana. Sambhavana. Sambhavana means possibility. Lakshana Rupa, Sambhavana is possibility. Then Pramana, is there a valid means of knowledge which proves the Adhyasa? Yes. Sadhaitum, that means through the means of the definition or characteristic feature of Adhyasa, possibility of Adhyasa, and the means of knowledge of Adhyasa. By this, Adhyasam sadhaitum, to prove Adhyasa, Lakshanam Prichati. The Lakshana, the characteristic feature of Adhyasa is asked. Where? In the Bhashya. Take the next portion. Now we are seeing. Though Adhyasa improper, we do find Ayam Loka Vyavaharaha, that I am a man, etc. is there. How is it so? Because of itaretara vivekena, because of lack of distinction between atyanta viviktayoho dharma dharminoho, totally diverse Atma, Anatma, their features. So not knowing the distinction, Anyonyasmin anyonyatmakatam anyonya dharmasya adhyasya. Mutually, the nature of one thing is superimposed on other, the features of one thing are superimposed on other reciprocally. Having that done that, mithunīkru satyanrute mithunīkrutya satya atma chidam chidatma and anruta jada, having coupled together second adhyasa. Earlier adhyasa anyonyasmin anyonyatmakatam anyonya dharmasya adhyasya first, then coupling together. So he says ahamidam mamedam iti naisargikoyam lokavavaharaha. So I am this body, etc., and mine is this iti naisargika. Naisargika also, and again with that mithya jnana lakshana, mithya jnana nimittaha. Mithya ajnana is the cause of it, and naisargika, natural, which provides the samskara. This is the adhyasa. So they say the question is asked now, what is the lakshana, characteristic feature of adhyasa?
आह कहा अयम अध्यासः नाम इति उच्यते स्मृतिरूपः परत्र पूर्वदृष्टावभासः.
Aha. Somebody question. Somebody can be a disciple, a shishya who was saying, Guru, you are talking adhyasa, 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 adhyasa. By this time, how many times is adhyasa word has come? What is this adhyasa? What is the nature of this adhyasa? It can be. Or a purvapakshi. A purvapakshi, a person who is of the, he doesn't want to, still he doesn't want to accept the adhyasa. Sir, can you give a definition of adhyasa? It can be. Tikakara points out, look, this is Mimamsa Shastra. This is a Shastra of analysis. Analysis means a discussion is inevitable. It's not that sermon, I tell this, thou shalt believe. No. There is a vada. Vada means discussion. So somebody, either a disciple or a purvapakshi, asks, aha, ayam adhyasa, kaha ayam adhyasa nama. Sir, you are talking that this adhyasa, what is this adhyasa exactly? Iti. Answer is given, uchyate. You want to know? Listen now. This is what is the definition of the adhyasa. Smriti rupaha. You can make it for your understanding. Smriti, then adhyarami. Smriti sadrishaha rupaha. Smriti and rupaha between adhyara, just it will be clear in the tika, but just to get at one stretch. Smriti sadrishaha rupaha, of the nature, of the form of something like memory. It is something like memory, Smriti rupa. Paratra, paratra means bhinna adhisthane, in a wrong locus, in a locus adhisthana, different from that of the actual thing. Purva drishtavabhasaha. Avabhasa is false appearance. Avabhasa is false appearance. What false appearance of what? It says Purva drishtavabhasaha. Purva drishtavabhasaha. Purva darshanat avabhasaha. Because of something that was seen earlier, on account of that some samskaras are generated, and those samskaras give rise to this false appearance. So paratra, like that, for example, keep this example ready. Shukti rajata. Shukti rajata. So you are seeing silver in the shell. So therefore, shell is paratra. Had you seen silver in silver, it is not paratra. It is somewhere elsewhere. But here you are seeing it somewhere else. Therefore it is avabhasa, it is a false appearance. So paratra. So that in the shukti etc., which is actually there, in that the silver that is not there being seen. That is what bhinna adhisthani, in a wrong locus. In a wrong locus it is seen. Actually here, we'll see this in detail. See, paratra avabhasaha, this is the definition. Paratra you can what? Paratra paravabhasaha. Paratra parasya avabhasaha. In a wrong locus, the knowledge, a false appearance of something other than the actual thing. This is adhyasa. Then smriti rupaha purvadrishtaha, what do? They define that how this avabhasa has taken place, how this false appearance has taken place, that is what they explain. So now take the tika. Tikakara says, he points out in the forthcoming bhasha what portion deals with lakshana, what portion deals with sambhavana, and what is the portion which describes the pramana. So you can make a note of it. So now first let us see. Kim lakshanakaha. I hope you know now where we are left. Kim lakshanakaha adhyasaha iti. So what is the nature of this adhyasa? Iti. Iti, if that is the case, aha. Aha means question. Who questioned? Purvavadi ityartha. Purvavadi means so? Pipi. So Purvapakshi. That Pakshi, no, that creates another problem. Because we know Pakshi means bird. Purvapaksha is okay. The one who speaks of Purvapaksha is Purvapakshi anyway, but we know it now what it is. It is correct. Purvapakshin. The one who has got Purvapaksha, that person is Purvapakshin, and nominative becomes Purvapakshi. Okay. So, Purvavadi, or it can be a disciple also. See, why this is so? The Tikakar explains, this being a Mimamsa Shastra, it is in the form of dialogue, it is the form of discussion. Asya Shastrasya means Mimamsa, Brahma Mimamsa Shastrasya, Tattva Nirnaya Pradhanatvena. What is the main thing? Ascertainment of the ultimate reality. Therefore, Vada Kathatva Dyotanartham, to point out it is of the nature of Vada Katha means discussion. Healthy arguments, not the arguments to trap other person, healthy arguments. Vada Kathatva Dyotanartham aha iti paroktihi, parasya ukti, of someone else. That someone else can be Purvavadi or it can be a Shishya. So what is it? Aha. Now you make a note in your book. So you know where it is aha. From aha starts adhyasa lakshana, the characteristic feature of adhyasa, and it ends ityadi katham punaha pratyagatmani iti ataha prag adhyasa lakshana param bhashyam. Take page 16. Take page 16. Take page 16. So where from it begins? Aha, nahi, aha. From aha is started on page 16. So he says, now see what he said here, ityadi katham punaha pratyagatmani iti ataha prak. Before katham punaha, you have got on page 16 katham punaha. Those who have got Hindi book, take page 9, line 2. Hindi book. Satyanandi. Page 9 and line 2. What comes there? Katham punaha. What is it? Iti ataha prak. Before that means sadvitiyavaditi. Up to sadvitiyava. This is what? Adhyasa lakshan. You got it now? From aha up to sadvitiyavad on 16, that is what is the adhyasa lakshan. Why he said katham punaha? Tikakara. Katham punaha iti ataha prak. Before that, Before that he said. So that means it ends with Sadvitya. This is what is the Adhyasa Lakshana. And now, beginning from Katham Punaha. So Tika says, Tadarabhya Pran Adhyasa Lakshana Param Bhashyam. Tadarabhya, beginning from that. What is the beginning from that? Katham Punaha Pratyagatmani. I think you will get confused. Best thing is, I will tell you what it is, what the Tika says. Now take from Katham Punaha, from there, go up to, says, page 20. Hindi book, page 13. So that page 19, yes, you take page 19. Last, third line's last phrase. Saha na sambadhyate. Up to here is Sambhavana Bhashya. Sambhavana Param. It is Sambhavana Param. Then take the next page. Hindi, page 13, line first for that Sana Sambadhyate. Then in the three tikas, page 20, Tametam Avidyakhyam, from that. Page 20, top line, first word. Tametam Avidyakhyam, from there. Then go to page 25, Hindi, page 18. 25, Hindi, page 18. 25, line 4, Sarvaloka Pratyakshaha. Up to here, Adhyasa Pramana Bhashya. So that's all. Tika says only this thing. So this is what is told there in the Tika. I hope you got that now. From where to where is Adhyasa Lakshana, from where to where Adhyasa Sambhavana, and where to where Adhyasa Pramana. So fine. So that will say. Now let us see. Iti Vibhagaha. This is the division of the Bhashya. Continuing. Lakshanam Aha. So, what was the question? Sir, what is this Adhyasa? What is the characteristic feature of the Adhyasa? Bhashyakara replies. How? Uchyate. Uchyate. Says, what is it said? What is it? Smriti Rupaha iti. Smriti Rupaha. There you have to add there. Adhyasaha iti anushangaha. From the question, the word Adhyasa comes there. Adhyasaha Smriti Rupaha. Adhyasa is of the nature of something like Smriti. Smriti Rupaha. Smriti Rupaha iti anushangaha. Now, what is that Smriti Rupa? Paratra Purva Drishtava Bhasa. No? Tikakara points out, in this definition, the actual definition is only this much. Atra, in this Lakshana of Adhyasa, Paratra Avabhasaha iti evam Lakshanam. Only these two words. Paratra Avabhasa. Paratra means what? Bhinnadhisthane, in a wrong locus. Avabhasaha, false appearance. That is what is the actual Lakshana. Then why? What is that Smriti Rupaha Purva Drishtaha? He explained. Shishtam Padadvayam. The remaining two, that is Smriti Rupa and the this Purva Drishta. Tad upapadanartham. Tad means Lakshana upapadanartham, means to ascertain, to accomplish the Lakshana. What is avabhasaha here? Avabhatatahi, so also. Avabhasyate iti avabhasaha. That which is seen, which is known, which is experienced, of course falsely. Which, what are they? Rajatadi arthaha. Raja, cell, etc. But if you see silver, no, Rajata silver. If you see silver, it is silver. No, Paratra is there. So therefore say, Tasya ayogyam adhikaranam. If silver is seen in the locus of silver, knowledge. But ayogyam, misfit adhikarana. What is the misfit adhikarana? Shall. So therefore ayogyam adhikarana, that is pointed out by paratra ityartha, paratra padartha. So this is what is the definition. So of course we'll see why smriti rupaha, what it means, purva drishta, what is that, we'll see. So here one topic comes. Bhashyakara has given the definition of the what is that? Adhyasa. What is that? Smriti rupaha purva drishtava paratra. Paratra purva drishta. That is smriti rupaha paratra purva drishtava bhasa. This is what Bhashyakara has to tell as per Vedanta. There are different ways of looking at adhyasa. Different schools of thought speak of adhyasa in a different manner. The question comes, sir, how do you say this is the definition of adhyasa? You are telling something according to you, but others don't accept that. So, therefore, what Bhashyakara is doing is, he gives 5 different, including what Vedanta has to say, 5 versions. And he says, look, I am not, he has not told that, but Bhashyakara is not bothered to ascertain who is right and who is wrong. Then why he has given other thing? Then how do you say you are right? Don't bother. One thing, though their definitions differ in terms of what is adhisthana and what is superimposed, aropya, all are unanimous in one thing, paratra parava bhasaha. In a wrong locus, seeing a thing other than the thing. Understood? In a wrong adhisthana, seeing a thing other than the actual thing, that is what is accepted by all, and that is what I have told you. Paratra purvadrishtava bhasa. This is what is going to be told. But here little academic thing comes here. Tikakaras have unearthed. Though Bhashyakara has not labeled these fellows, Tikakaras have unearthed, and they say they are panchakhyati. Panchakhyati. Khyati. So what is khyati? Khyati means pratiti, cognition. Khyati means pratiti, or it can mean jnana. It can mean bhasa, appearance, or brahmadhyana, false knowledge, khyati. Khyati also means name, akhya, name. That is not the meaning here as a. Here actually it is brahmadhyana. The brahmadhyana is viewed in 5 different ways by different schools of thought. So they are called as anyatha khyati, atma khyati, anyatha khyati, atma khyati, akhyati, asat khyati, anirvachaniya khyati. Anirvachaniya khyati is Vedanti, and actually it is there in Smriti Rupaha Paratra Purva Drishtava Bhasa. We'll see afterward. So now there is 6th also, which is not considered here, Sadasad Khyati. Sadasad Khyati, 6th also is there. Actually, as far as we are concerned, it is only academic interest, but what we want to know is, though their definitions differ, they concur on one point. Adhyasa is something seeing other than the thing in a wrong locus. That is what is to be pointed out as such. So this being the case, now let us proceed. Smriti rupaha paratra purva drishtava bhasa. This is anirvachaniya khyati, or also called as mithya khyati, a pratiti which is false in nature. Take the tika now, 11th page, last. Smriti rupaha. What is the smriti rupaha? Continued on page 12. What is smriti here? See, smriti means what? Memory. Now here, actually, the thing remembered. Smriti is remembrance, memory. But here, the smriti means the thing that is remembered, that is the derivation he gives. Smar Tika, page 12, top line. Smaryate iti smritihi satya rajatadihi. Smaryate, that which is remembered, namely satya rajata. What is satya rajata? Real silver means what? Actual silver. In Vedanta, if you say real, everything, entire jagat is false. But here, vyavaharika real. What you call as the actual silver, not the mistaken silver. So that will say, so satya rajatadi tasya rupam iva rupam asya iti smriti rupa. That's what. It is not actually you are remembering silver. Like, see, suppose you had seen silver and you remembered silver. What you will remember? Some rupa is there. Like that here you have seen. That is smriti sadrishaha rupaha. So that way say tasya rupam iva rupam asya iti smriti rupa. Same thing is explained. Smaryamana sadrishaha ityarthaha. Sadrisha means similar. Similar to the silver that you remember. Not the actual remembered silver. That also be careful. It is not actually remembered silver. Remembered silver gives a samskara. Something like that you have seen here. See, if you delve into this, it's like a lawyer there. Why it is said also is there because he wants to avoid the other kyatis. Anyatha khyati says, now let us see. Anyatha khyati says, see, you are seeing here in the locus of a shell, which silver, that which is you had remembered, not, you have seen elsewhere. You had seen elsewhere. Anyatha khyati says, a given thing cannot be superimposed on other. But the dharma of a given thing can be superimposed on other. This one, that is way of looking at such. The thing is, finally it is what? The Brahma. So best thing is get rid of Brahma. Don't go on dwelling on this. But it is necessary here. It is necessary here. So therefore, what is it? So we'll come to Anyatha khyati. Anyatha khyati definition is going to come. So that is it. So that is fine. Okay. Now, why it is called sadrisha by the Tikakara? Sadrishoktya, Tika continued. Sadrishoktya means by saying sadrisha, smaryamana rajata. Then the silver remembered aropyasya rajatasya bheda. You have to add the rajata. See, smaryamanat add rajata. Then aropyasya add rajatasya bheda. So therefore what is that? It is distinct from the silver that is remembered. If you take it is silver remembered, you are landing in Anyatha khyati. So that is, we'll see Anyatha khyati. So therefore it says, Na Anyatha khyatihi uktam bhavati. So it is something similar to the silver remembered. If you take silver remembered, it will be Anyatha khyati. I will say, just don't bother much about this because it is of much, what we are concerned is the common factor in all these things. But it is there, we have to just passingly, we have to go through. Because we should know where to lay the emphasis and where we can go just there. Fine, that's okay. Sadrishyam upapadayati. He derives the similarity between the similarity between what? Silver remembered and now here something akin seen. So that is what sadrishyam upapadayati. You say purvadrishta iti. Purvadrishta avabhasa is there. What is purvadrishta? Drishtam darshanam. Drishtam means, you see, drishtam actual meaning is what? Seen. Here is, he says darshanam means actual seeing. You have drishta means seen. That is samskara dar. Drishtam means darshanam, that which is seen. Okay, that's fine. That's it. That one, do you know what it does? Samskara dara purva darshanat avabhasyate iti purva drishta avabhasa. After darshanam, add adhyasa. See, adhyasa avabhasa, purva drishta avabhasa. Adhyasa is purva drishta avabhasa. So that is said. Why it is said so? Drishtam darshanam. So that adhyasa is samskara dwara. Through samskaras. Samskaras of silver seen earlier. You say purva darshanad avabhasyati. It appears to be there on account of what? Purva darshana. What is that purva darshana? Earlier seen, earlier sight. Purva darshana. Earlier sight. So that means you had seen earlier, that silver has left an impression, and that impression gives rise to silver, something similar to silver that is remembered. That is what is that. So that iti purva drishtava bhasaha. So that means adhyasa is born of something similar seen which gives rise to samskaras, and on afterwards, after seeing something because of some similarity, so what happens? Something similar to the remembered thing is seen. It is not actually remembered. Actually remembered is anyatha khyati. So see, what is there with? They differ in what is adhisthana, basis of adhyasa. They differ in what is superimposed adhyastha, but they concur on one point. So that means false appearance of something in a wrong locus. Paratra means in a bhinna adhisthana. That is what is going to be pointed out as. That is enough for us. Tena, continuing, tena samskarajanya vishayatvam smaryamanaropyayoh sadrishyam uktam bhavati. Says tena means by pointing out purva drishtava bhasaha. Says this is what is that explains is sadrishyam. What is sadrishya? See, Bhashyakara has said adhyasa is smriti sadrisha rupaha, something like smriti. What is that sadrishya, similarity? Look, your smriti is born of what? Not purva darshana. Purva darshana has given rise to samskaras. Samskaras give rise to memory. Accepted? This adhyasa is also born of samskara. Means adhyasa and smriti both are born of samskara. This is sadrishya. This much you know. Any memory is born of what? Impressions resulting from earlier experience. Is it not? Any memory. You remember that gives rise to impression. That's why sometimes you scratch your head to remember. Why? It is there. The impression is there, but it is not surfacing. Is it there? But it is not surfacing. So therefore, a memory that is born of, that memory itself is impression, that is the remembered thing is born of that impression. Adhyasa also is born of impression, samskara. This is the sadrisha, that is what he says. Tena, because it is purva drishtava bhasa. Purva drishtava means earlier darshana has given rise to samskaras, and those samskaras give rise to some appearance, something like the smriti. So therefore he says, smaryamana aropyayoho. Smaryamana means smriti. Aropya means superimposed, adhyastha of these two. Samskara janya jnana vishayatvam. Both are born of adhyasa. What are those both? Smriti and adhyasa. Adhyasa, both are superimposed, adhyastha. Both are born of samskara. That is sadrishyam uktam bhavati. That is what is said to be sadrishya. Smriti sadrishaha. like Smriti, means Smriti is born of samskara, avabhasa also is born of, adhyasa thing also is born of samskara. So that is that, because the reason is smrityaropayoho samskara janyata, that we have seen. Both Smriti and Aropya. Aropya means superimpose adhyasta. Both are what? Born of samskara. That is the sadrishya. So this is a, so with this we have finished the anirvachaniya khyati. Why anirvachaniya khyati? We'll see afterwards, after seeing the other khyatis. This is what Vedanta has to say. Vedanta has to say. The point is now like this. They take page 13, line 5. Again, you know, that arthadhyasa and jnanadhyasa. Now, in the case of, in the definition of adhyasa, what is the definition? Smriti rupaha means smriti sadrisha rupaha paratra purvadrishtava bhasa. This has got definition of both arthadhyasa and jnanadhyasa. What is arthadhyasa? One thing is mistaken entirely for something else. Jnanadhyasa, that vritti, which should have been the actual vritti, like in the case of shukti, shuktyakara vritti, it gets superimposed by rajatakara vritti, a wrong vritti, that is jnanadhyasa. Jnanadhyasa is at antakarana level pertaining to the very same arthadhyasa. So now I have to use the word that is arthadhyasa, jnanadhyasa, that is the little acquaintance is required. This is what is that. In that, the here, where avabhas, that is adhyasa was told, both are included. It says how? Only that avabhasa derivation you have to take differently. Avabhasyate, that which is seen, that gives arthadhyasa. Avabhasanam, that which appears, means the thing. That is what is that? Arthadhyasa. Avabhasanam, actual appearance, is jnanadhyasa. That's all. So that is what he explained. Tatra, tatra means in the definition of adhyasa as smriti rupaha paratra purva drishtavabhasa. Arthadhyase, in the case of arthadhyasa, where a given thing is totally taken as the other thing. Smaryamana sadrishaha, something similar to the thing remembered. Paratra, in a bhinnadhisthana. Purva darshana, because of earlier seeing and samskaras born of that. Avabhasyate, we are concerned with this phrase. Avabhasate, that which is seen. Seen is an object or knowledge? Object. Avabhasate, iti yojana. So you have to connect. Simply you take only connect avabhasate. That which is seen is what? Object. So that is arthadhyasa. In the parat avabhasa, that which is avabhasyate, seen is the object, that is the adhyasta object. If you take jnanadhyasa, you say jnanadhyase tu. In the case of jnana, you say smriti sadrishaha, similar, appearing like that, you say paratra, in a wrong locus, purva darshanat, say as for earlier seeing, as a samskar of that. Avabhasaha, see here. Avabhasa means actual appearance. Avabhasanam, appearance. At what level? Antakarana vritti level. Avabhasa iti vakyam yojaniyam. So the vakya has to be arranged. The question is like this. Sir, you are telling something arbitrarily. I hope you don't know what others have to say. So other people are giving different definition of adhyasa and you are talking of this only. So therefore it says, Nanu, Pura Paksha doubt. Adhyase vadi vipratipattehe. When there is vipratipatti means difference of opinion, opposition in the adhyasa the nature of adhyasa, lakshana of adhyasa. Katham ukta lakshana siddhi. How is it that this ukta lakshana siddhi means definition that you have given, characteristic feature that you have given, how is it possible? Iti ashankya. This is, answer is, I know. There are difference of opinion. But what you want is only this much. Adhisthana aropya swarupa vivade api. Different schools of thought differ in what is adhisthana and what is aropya. That is accepted. Yet, paratra paravabhasa, put in the inverted comma. Paratra paravabhasaha. So that is, in a wrong locus, seeing something other than the thing. Iti, see, seeing a thing which is not in the locus means wrong locus. So, iti lakshane, as far as this feature is concerned, samvada. You know what is samvada means? Ekamata. There is concurrence. Samvada is concurrence. Ekamata. So they all samvada. Yukti bihi satyadhisthane mithyarthava bhasa siddhi. Yukti bhi, that through reasonings, satya adhisthane. See, in a true locus, mithyarthava bhasa siddhi. As something false is seen. This is common feature of all the different versions given to define the adhyasa. Iti sarva tantra siddhante idam lakshanam. Tantra means shastra. Sarva tantra means shastra. Sarva shastra siddhante, in the doctrines of all the shastra. This is lakshana. This is the characteristic feature of adhyasa. What is that? Paratra parava bhasaha. Paratra, in a locus other than the actual thing, seeing something other than the thing. So that is what is lakshana. Iti matva. See, now it proceeds to anyatha khyati. See, now tam kechit anyatra anya dharmadhyasaha iti vadanti. That's all. Next sentence. This refers to two khyatis, anyatha khyati and atma khyati. Phrase is the same, slight difference is there. So therefore these two khatis will be combined, it will be explained in this. Bhashyakara has not used the words khyati. He said tam kechit tu apare, others like that. But they refer to such and such thing. So what they have to say, we will see.
Sahana bhavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nana chidra ghatodharasthitamaha Deepaprabhavaswaram Jnanam yasya tu chakshuraadhikaranattvara bahispandate Jnanamiti tameva bhantamanubha Tetat samastam jagat Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Ashubhani nirajaste Tanoti Shubha Santatim Shruti Matrena Yat Pumsam Brahma Tanmangalam Param Ati Kalyana